This 2015 class, being able to have these young players come in, and that started several weeks ago when we had two enrollees. One is a transfer in Madison Hall, who comes out of Dallas and the Defeaters, and then one in Allison Smith, a goalkeeper who enrolled early and comes out of Challenge ECNL program, of which she has two teammates in this class that will be joining her in August. And so that process has already begun, and the overall idea that we're going to have a different identity as a team as we move forward, and that's okay. Change is good, and we have players that we feel fit our overall philosophy and our personnel, and they like to play the way that we like to play. When we set our goals every year, being a power in the Southland is absolutely a priority, but ultimately our goals are bigger. Our goals are on the national stage. We feel that we have the players, we feel that we have the system, we feel that we have the support structure within our athletic department to be held in the same regard as some of those Power 5 type schools. And so when we identify players, we look for players that can help us compete and beat those Power 5 schools that we may have on our non-conference schedule, and ultimately in the first, second rounds of the NCAAs. And so, we like to think big. We like to make sure that we're taking care of our needs and identifying players that will put us in a great position to be successful at the highest level on a national scale. Now, being consistent and performing at a high level in our Southland Conference is absolutely a test, and it's a challenge, and it's something that we have to make sure we're prepared to do as well. We have 5 players, and you're correct in that this is our first entire recruiting class as a staff. And we're very excited about the level of mobility, the competitive character, and ultimately the positions that they play on the field. The first is Crystal Calvert out of Santa Fe. Fantastic player, very dynamic, great technical instincts, is going to have ideas and will have a soccer IQ that will help separate her from other players around her. She comes out of Space City Football Club and Randy Evans, and he does a fantastic job teaching the game in a very similar way that we like to play the game, which is dynamic, it's mobile, it's attacking in groups of 3s and 4s, and there's no doubt that Crystal Calvert fits into that at a very, very high level. And then we have Juliana Echeverry, who is a very powerful, running, dynamic, probably left back for us. She comes out of Cinco Ranch and Albion ECNL there, and she's been playing at a high level for several years now, and she's a player that, with her competitive character, her strength, her power, her attacking instincts, the ideas that she likes to have on the peripheral of the field and the way that she likes to connect and combine, she's going to be a very dynamic left back, and she's going to be someone that other teams are going to have to deal with the way that we play. She's a player that fits into our schemes and how we attack out of the back really, really well. And then we have Tyler Johnson, who comes out of Frisco Wakeland High School, and she's a tremendous center back who plays for Defeaters ECNL, another very high caliber team. She's a captain of that team, and she's someone whose composure and vision of the game and her passing ability, her tempo, the way that she plays the game, the way that she reads the play off the ball and gets herself in positions to help her teammates. She's a player that I have really high aspirations for within that center back role and how she works within a unit. And I think that potentially Tyler, alongside any one of our center back options that are returning, I think will be a very successful and composed core to our back line. And then we have Bailey Bosley, and Bailey Bosley comes to us from Challenge ECNL, the same ECNL team that Allison Smith was on prior to enrolling here early. Came out of Klein Oak High School and is someone that is very athletic, relentless in her pursuit of the ball, very dynamic, great in the air, a very strong, very powerful player, and is someone who's going to bring a very high engine, a worker, a catalyst type mentality to wherever she plays. She's someone that we have discussed potentially being a utility player. She could find herself on the back line, inside, outside back. She could find herself as a holding center mid, and if we went with true width in the midfield, she might find herself competing for us as a winger type player. But someone that we're very excited about from a high character and competitive standpoint. And then lastly, Brianna Moore. Breezy, again, comes to us from that Challenge ECNL team that Bailey and Allison have been on and has competed at a very high level, has accolades at the club level, has accolades at the high school level. where she spent her time at Kingwood High School. She's going to be someone who's a hard-running, high top-end speed, relentless forward, has a great goal-scoring instinct, is someone who's going to overpower players in 1v1 situations, but is also going to be someone who looks to combine and looks to connect and be a part of an overall fluid and mobile attacking half of the field. So those 5 players coming in, you can see they're well balanced throughout the field, and you can see that with those mobility attributes that we look for, along with their competitive standards and the way that they played at a high level for a long time, those are the indicators that help us to think and to predict that they'll have a high impact on the team from the day they get here. With the stability in our program right now, with the level of player that we're getting, with the final tactical schemes that we'll be layering in this spring, you're going to see a team that is more mobile than we have ever been because our athletic profile is continuing to improve. We have fitness testing and data that will support that. But you're also going to see a more tactically aware team. And we layered in several different adjustments last year, at this time from our fall semester, and we're going to continue to layer in those final set of principles this spring. So I'm really excited about the tactical flexibility, the way that we're going to play, the overall stability and expectation in our style, and then lastly, the job that Dan Eason and his staff is doing from an athletic profile standpoint. We're as powerful as we've ever been, and we're faster than we've ever been. So when you start putting all those pieces together, you have indicators that can suggest that you have some special years ahead of you.